Good morning, everybody. I'm so glad you're back with us on day 2 of Choral Connect. Here for middle school magic, we're going to be examining repertoire that I think has that special touch for middle school singers. If you're a middle school teacher, I assume most of you are, type in the chat all caps right now, middle school exclamation point. I want to see how many of you are actually teaching middle school. And if you're not a middle school teacher, stick around. Some of this repertoire is going to work for your high schoolers. It's also going to work for elementary students. It comes in various voicings, but what I'm showing off this morning are things that I think will work for middle school. As a middle school teacher, you are somewhat of a magician. You're going to take all of these spirits, all of this energy, all of these changing and young voices, and create magic. It's not really magic, it's pedagogy, it's good teaching, and it's solid repertoire. I'm here to share with you solid repertoire, and I'm going to pull some tricks out of my magic hat along the way. In here, I've put some things that I think create middle school magic, and I'm going to share them with you. The first one here says rhythmic drive and energy. Middle schoolers come in the room with so much energy, and you need a way to harness it and put it to good use. I think rhythmic repertoire really does the trick. This first piece really nails it with rhythm. It's called heartbeat rhythm. It even includes body percussion. In the middle, you're going to keep a heartbeat on your chest. In the opening, you're going to do some claps right, some claps left. You're going to tap your knees. You're going to tap your shoulders. You're going to clap in the middle. It's all written in the music. Let's review the two-part voicing of heartbeat rhythm. Notice it comes in some other voicings here on the screen. Isn't that a lot of fun? I had the absolute pleasure of premiering that piece with the sixth grade middle school All-State in North Carolina this past year. That was our opening number, and the kids really did put all of their energy and enthusiasm in there. Also, notice it comes for three-part mixed voices if you have some changing voices in your choir. I've got my magic hat ready. Another magic trick that I want my repertoire to address this year? Well, obviously, this one's not magic. This one's obvious. You need conservative range repertoire for your middle schoolers, don't you? These are young, changing, unchanged voices in some cases, and you need things that have that mini, mini range. Our next piece is called Journey the Night. And Journey of the Night has very conservative ranges for all of the voice parts. We're looking at the three-part mix this morning. You'll notice the altos sing one octave, part two, middle C to the C above. Sopranos have only slightly higher, middle C up to D. And here's the most important part. Those TB voices, part three, they're only singing a five-note range. One, two, three, four, five. Their entire voice part is from F up to middle C. Here's Journey the Night by Lisa Longi. I love the text when she says the shadows sing. What a beautiful image, sort of an aural image, if you will. Notice it's also available in two-part treble voicing. Nice job, Lisa Longi. Okay, back to the magic hat. What do we got next here? I'm reaching in. What are some middle school magic things? Attainable challenges. I think the important part here is the challenge part. These guys don't want to feel like they're singing baby music. They want to be challenged, whether they're new to choir or very experienced, and also in your band and your orchestra, musical challenges and things that really meet them at the intelligence level where they are. Don't baby it down for them. So I think it is important to include some things that might not be quick to learn immediately, but will be a long-term project. Here's one that's great for your Christmas concert. It's called Keresi Mesi Odundeo. It is a Nigerian Christmas song, and it's performed a cappella with percussion only. Take a look at the available voicings. There's SAB, there's a three-part treble, there's a TTB voicing, and the one we'll review together today is this two-part a cappella with the drums. There is a guide in the back to help you pronounce all of the language. If the language is a little bit cumbersome, notice in the B section there are two measure phrases that could easily be doled out as little soloists, and then the choir responds sort of in that African call and response style. Mostly the group sings this phrase, Keresi Messi Odunde O. That's the title. Keresi Messi Odundeo. Say it with me. Keresi Messi Odundeo. That's it. Let's review together. I can picture that as a processional at your holiday concert. You've got the drums down front at the stage, and down the aisles comes part one and part two. So you even sort of get a stereo effect as from the audience perspective. Back to my magic hat. Tell me, Magic Hat, what is the next step of some middle school magic? Oh, this one's a great one. You want songs that will delight the students. Student delight is such an important thing because you want kids coming back, sticking with you, bringing their friends tomorrow, and growing your program. So we're not going to feed them all candy, but sometimes some candy rep is very, very useful and important to building your program. Here's a great one for getting started early this year with some delight in your students. Ghostbusters. Yes, this is the famous Ray Parker Jr. Ghostbusters themes. You can probably sing it in your head right now before the music opens. It's available three-part, TB, and two-part. We're going to look at the three-part today. The good news is it's the beginning of the year, right? You're going to sing this around Halloween time, I think, in the fall. So we aren't expecting you to have all your choral skills built yet, just starting the year. So there's lots of unison, only some three-part singing, and a lot of spoken in rhythm. There may be kids this fall who are a little better at speaking than singing, and they've got something perfect to do in this song. Let's review Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters! There's something strange in your neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! There's something weird and it don't look good. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! I ain't afraid of no ghosts. You're seeing things running through your head. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. An invisible man sleeping in your bed. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. If you're all alone, pick up the phone and call Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters!
Isn't that a blast? And yeah, it doesn't have to be a Halloween. It could be on any time of year, your spring pops concert. Maybe you'll do a movie or a screen streaming theme this year, and Ghostbusters will fit very, very well in that program. Back to my hat. Middle school magic. What's going to make some magic this year for these middle school choirs? Independent voice parts. This is a really, really critical one. If your kids are just new to part singing, which they are in middle school, independent voice parts are the thing to look for in your repertoire. So, trickiest kind of voice part singing is homophonic, where we're singing parallel thirds or parallel sixths. If you and I have the same words at the same time on different notes, that's sometimes hard for a young singer to hear. But if we have independent and different lines, it really, really is a great way to get part singers going. This next piece I'm going to share, we're going to look at the TB voicing of The Mariner. But I want you to know there's also a two-part treble. So if you imagine this entire arrangement one octave higher than what you're hearing on this next recording, that will show you what the two-part does. Now, in a TB piece, the trick for middle schoolers is that that tenor part not be too low. It's different than Andy Beck singing tenor, but maybe it's a much younger, much higher, maybe even unchanged voice. I want to point out that Wayne Dower, the composer here, he tells you that the tenor part, though it's written in from measure 3 to measure 20, it's written there. So if you have guys with a C below middle C, they can sing along with your baritones. But if they don't, they simply rest for the first 20 measures, and then they come in with their independent part in the next section after measure 20 and are up there in the almost unchanged register. Here's Wayne Dower's The Mariner.
Sailing on the ocean, sailing on the sea, hands to the sails, a mariner is he. Life upon the ocean, life upon the sea, powered by the mighty wind and currents from the deep. rising in the morning, deciding where to go, watching and waiting for the wind to blow. Undiscovered waters, undiscovered lands, destiny calls out his name and reaches out his hands. Waves are pounding, winds are scouting, tide is rising, ocean fighting. Waves are pounding, winds are scouting, tide is rising, ocean fighting. Can you hear the ocean and the roar? Sailing on the currents far from shore, living life alone upon the sea. A mariner is he. Calm is the water, calm is the sky, silence his partner, ocean is life. Then in an instant, the blink of an eye, waves become an army, like mountains they rise. Waves are pounding, winds are scouting, tide is rising, ocean fighting. Waves are pounding, winds are scouting, tide is rising, ocean fighting. Can you hear the ocean and the roar? Sailing on the currents far from shore, living life alone upon the sea. A mariner is he. Sailing on the ocean, scouting, tide is rising, ocean fighting. Hands to the sails, scouting, tide is rising, ocean fighting. Legs upon the ocean, scouting, tide is rising, ocean fighting. Bounded by the mighty scout, and tide is rising deep. Let's go.
Watching that score go by, I realized I want to make a correction to something I said. In the two-part voicing, no one ever has to go up to high F, an octave higher than what you just heard. Those parts in the treble are inverted, so the upper line, what you saw as the tenor, becomes in that octave in the alto part. So nobody's got to sing a high F. It's such a great song, and it ticks a lot of the boxes. It's independent voice parts, it's sensible ranges, it has that rhythmic drive, and it also will delight the students. It's such a compelling story where the accompaniment sounds like the waves of the ocean. On the subject of tenor-based literature, I'm going to hold up this brand new book. It's called the TB Collection. It is a collection of 9 songs specifically arranged for your TB voices, and it's all about careful ranges. So in the book, for the teacher, at the top of each song, we have this little range key. So you can see here on Greg Gilpin's Che Che Kool-Aid, the tenors have an F to F range. The baritones have a middle C down to D range. So that's a pretty conservative range. There's a solo range listed here as F up to C. So that makes it really easy for you as the teacher to select the appropriate TB literature. And of course, when you buy a book like this, it comes with downloadable audio, which is a full recording with male voices demoing every song. If you are a female teacher looking to have a good vocal model, that's so useful to teach with. And it also comes with student page PDFs. These are young singers, and I know one of the things you're teaching them is how to navigate a score, where to put their eyes. I love printable student pages. This came from the TB collection. Can you see it? What I do often is, oh gosh, it doesn't know. There we go. Can I make it see that virtual background? I've highlighted blue and yellow so that if I'm a tenor, I'm going to follow yellow. If I'm a baritone, I'm going to follow blue. Here's a little more about the TB collection.
The TB Collection for emerging tenor and baritone voices in 2 parts, featuring music by Jay Althouse, Greg Gilpin, Austin Hunt, Victor C. Johnson, Donald Moore, Dave and Jean Perry, and Erlene Rentz.
Quodiam,
Ideal for developing tenor bass choirs, the TB collection features 9 carefully curated pieces that cater to the unique needs of young, changing, and changed voices.
I've got many miles to go down the road that leads to home. Been gone away too long. So now I'm heading home. Che coole, che coole, che coole.
This 100% reproducible book includes folk songs, spirituals, and original compositions in arrangements that encourage vocal development and reinforce choral skills.
Heavy hammers, machinery, and wood. Workers using their gifts for common good. How courageous these heroes day and night, risking life and limb so that our future may be bright.
Each selection is constructed to support singers as they learn to navigate their new voices, while paying thoughtful attention to range, tessitura, and appropriate themes and texts for teens. The included PDFs allow students to focus on their individual parts, minus piano staves.
A witness, oh my Lord. A witness, oh my Lord. Who be there beside me? Who be there to guide me?
Available accompaniment tracks can be used for rehearsal and performance. Plus, complete demo recordings provide a great vocal model for emerging tenor and baritone voices. Purchase as a physical book or a digital download.
Who will be a witness, oh my Lord?
Let's go back to my magic hat and see what I come up with next. Middle school magic includes words of worth. I'm talking about lyrics here. I said this earlier, your middle schoolers don't want to feel like they're singing baby music. They're studying important literary works in their English and literature classes. They want to sing words of worth. We've got so many beautiful middle school settings by famous poets, including this next one. It's an Emily Dickinson text called The Snow. It's sort of a riddle. Emily Dickinson says, "It sifts from laden sieves, it powders all the wood. It fills with alabaster wool the wrinkles of the road. It makes an even face of the mountain and the plain. Unbroken forehead from the east unto the east again." Yes, it's talking about snow covering the earth. Available SATB 3-part mixed and SSA. Here's the snow.
It sits from land and sits. It powders all the wood. It fills with alabaster the wrinkles of the road. It makes an even face of mountain and of plain. Unbroken forehead from the east unto the east again. Blow, 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 the snow. Blow, 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 the snow. It reaches to the fence. It wraps it rail by rail till it is lost in fleeces. It tears a crystal veil on stump and stack and stem. The summer's empty room. Acres of seeds where harvest were recorded, but for them. Blow, 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 the snow. Blow, 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 the snow. It ruffles wrists of posts, as ankles of the queen, then seals its artisans like girls. Denying they have been. The snow. It reaches to the fence. It wraps it rail by rail till it is lost in fleeces. It tears a crystal veil on stump and stack and stem. The summer's empty room.
Those sleigh bells put me in the December or winter concert mood, yes? I know it's time to program your December and winter concerts, and I want to remind you that in the on-demand sessions here in Choral Connect, we have a great reading session that's nothing but holiday repertoire. It's called Merry and Bright, hosted by myself and Krista Hart and Jack Zano. We hope you'll take a look at that as well to get more ideas for your holiday programming. Back to my magic hat. Oh, magic hat of middle school. What's next? We've got economy of material. Have you heard this phrase yet? A lot of choral teachers are talking about the economy of material. That means even in a 3-minute song, we're hoping there's not 3 minutes of new repertoire, but phrases that repeat, sections that come back, and are easy to get accomplished in a short rehearsal period. None of us have quite enough rehearsal time, do we? And so these songs that have an economy of material really work well. Here's another Ruth Morris Gray piece. She's arranged a Swahili folk song here, and you pronounce it Bwana Awa Bariki. It's a song about blessings and peace. Bwana Awa Bariki comes for 3-part mixed and 2-part. The nice thing about all these 3-part mix that I'm sharing, all the pieces that are in mixed voicings today have been 3-part mixed, is that it sticks to that very, very conservative range, especially for your TB singers. Here's Ruth's Bwana Awabariki.
Amani kwako.
May peace be with you.
Amani kwako.
May peace be with you.
My next magic trick for middle schoolers. Ah, repertoire that opens the door to history and culture. It does take a bit of magic to sometimes interest your middle school students in historic and cultural music. Well, Wana Awabariki is a way to study another culture of music. How about some history? Let's talk about Madrigal Remix. This is Kirby Shaw's very clever way to get your middle schoolers to engage with a very important part of choral repertoire and history, the madrigal. He includes two familiar madrigals in this little set. It's Fa una canzona, that's the Orazio Vecchi, and Sing We Enchant It, Thomas Morley, we've all sung that. It might be hard to get your middle schoolers engaged with that, but Kirby has done a remix of these two little songs where he adds a bit of a rhythm section behind it and gives us some syncopation and maybe a more contemporary hook to these pieces. You see, it's available both three-part mixed and two-part. Since there are two voicings and two different songs here, we're going to examine one of them in two-part and then we'll stop. I'll say a little bit and we'll watch the second one in three-part mixed. Enjoy Kirby's Madrigal.
Fana canzona senza note nere. Fana canzona senza note nere. We sing a song without a note of sorrow. We sing a song to bring a bright tomorrow. Dolce mende, a sweet song welcoming sleep. We sing a song to bring a bright tomorrow. Dolce mende, a sweet song welcoming sleep. Fana canzona senza note nere. Fana canzona senza note nere. We sing a song to help the heart awaken. We sing to heal the lost and the forsaken. Dolce mende, a sweet song welcoming sleep. We sing to heal the lost and the forsaken. Dolce mende, a sweet song welcoming sleep.
Very sweet. And on the Morley Sing We Enchanted, I think it's particularly good for your middle schoolers because the fa la la section is kind of polyphony and those independent voice parts that work so well. Can we take a look at Sing We Enchanted?
Sing we enchanted world of granted. Fa la 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 la. Sing we enchanted world of granted. Fa la 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 la. Not long youth lasted, then old age hasted. Now is this pleasure to take our pledge. Fa la la la, fa la la la, not long youth lasted, then old age hasted. Now is this pleasure to take our pledge. Fa la la la, fa la la
And those guitar, bass, and drum set parts you hear are available free on our website if you want to perform with a little rhythm section. Back to my magic hat. What are we going to see next? Ooh, this is a good one. Music that builds community. Building your community and bringing everybody together as a team is a big part of what music can do for middle schoolers. You may build community through your warm-up process. I know Anna Wentlett's warm-up book The Choral Playbook is great for that. She has a lot of exercises where we do something with a partner. If you know Krista Hart's Choirtivities, there's amazing activities in there that really build the community and the network within your group. And sometimes the music and the texts can do that. Let's sing about how we all belong together. This is pop artist Mark Amber, and I've arranged it in various voicings you can see listed there. When I have a parentheses around that middle T, it means you could that voicing is either just T and B, or there is an optional middle second tenor part. Let's review the two-part treble.
I know sleep is friends with death, but maybe I should get some rest, 'cause I've been out here working every day.
Blueberries and butterflies, the pretty things that greet my eyes. When you call and I say I'm on my way.
1, 2.
You and me belong together like cold iced tea in morning weather, where we lay underneath the pines and still have fun when the sun won't shine. You and me belong together all the time. Oh, oh, lemonade and homemade drinks, we throw the cheers, the worries sing. Isn't it so good to be alive?
And we know that we don't get
Just enough to always find a way for a good time. You and me belong together like cold iced tea in morning weather, where we lay underneath the pines and still have fun when the sun won't shine. You and me belong together. This love is all we need. Oh, we've done so much. You and me, oh, you and me belong together like cold iced tea in warm weather, where we lay underneath the pines and we still have fun when the sun won't shine. You and me belong together all the time. Goes on and on and on. Goes on and on and on. Goes on and on and on.
I just adore that happy little song. I hope you like it too. My last trick today. I think this might be the most important one. Look for repertoire that's just plain old fun. You know what? You're probably already their favorite class of the day. Keep it that way by making it fun, and fun music is easy to teach. This next one is almost needs no introduction. Prepare to be rickrolled. This is Never Gonna Give You Up, arranged a cappella pop. That means sort of like Pentatonics Junior here. Brian Sharp, who is a master at making these approachable for middle school. He gives you 3 voice parts, a solo or a small group. You don't have to have a single voice. You can have small groups on your solos, and written out vocal percussion. I hope you will enjoy Never Gonna Give You Up.
Never gonna give, never gonna give. Never gonna give you up. Never give up, never give up. Never gonna give you up. Never give up, never give up.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, so do I. But full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long, your heart's been aching but you're too shy to say it. Inside we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, don't tell me you're too blind to see. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Ooh, give you up. Ooh, give you up. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're gonna play it. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you, never gonna give you up, never gonna give.